Welcome back. You are still watching Money Live. A final look now at your sport news for today. Well, professional soccer teams have travelled to all corners of the world to prepare for the upcoming season in South Africa. And a club like TS Galaxy has decided to stay at home for their preparations and are hosting Tanzanian Young Africans and German Bundesliga side FC Augsburg and, of course, Mbabane Swallows. Those are the teams that were involved this past weekend. But to talk about the pre-season preparations, we've roped in Tim Sukazi, who is the chairman of TS Galaxy, and joining us virtually is Michael Strőll, who is the CEO of FC Augsburg. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, V. Yeah,
good morning.
And I love how Tim is wearing the FC Augsburg jersey, and on the other side, Michael is wearing the TS Galaxy jersey.
But and Tim, we didn't speak about it.
You didn't?
Believe you me.
Mental telepathy.
Yes, exactly. You're surprised. I'm surprised.
Tim, I want to start with you. Let's talk about the fact that it's been an interesting couple of years for you at TS Galaxy. Your coach is the first thing I want to talk about, Sead Ramovic. We understand he's shortlisted for the job out at Raja Casablanca. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, he is a great coach. Remember when he arrived in the country, he had never been a coach elsewhere. So it became his first job as a head coach. And he took us really from the relegation position, and he got us high up into the top 8 now. We're position 6 after having been 13, position 10, and 6 last season. And he improved a lot of players. I mean, in the last 12 months, we have sold to big clubs only 10 players. These were players that were in the squad prior to his arrival. And in a span of 12 months, they've been transferred to big clubs, and they're playing there, in the starting 11. So it shows how much of a coach or how good he is as a coach. So for that, we are quite grateful at TS Galaxy. I had said that I would wish for him to remain in the country, for the sake of the South African football, because the players that came through his training or his coaching, they even play for the national team. However, it couldn't happen. I did wish that he could go, to one of our
Kaizer Chiefs,
exactly,
in particular,
so as to retain him in the country, because he's such a talent. To be honest, he's one coach. I have no doubt we'll see him in the Bundesliga in a few years' time. So Raja saw that, and they came knocking. They're looking for him, and they've been pushing. So nothing signed, nothing concluded. Still talks. The next 24 or 48 hours would be
the determining factor.
Exactly.
All right, we'll give it up to 48 hours to find out what's going to happen there. But Michael, let me bring you into the conversation, because you decided to leave the lovely warm weather of Germany to come to South Africa for your pre-season. Let's talk about what influenced that decision. I mean, we saw you in action this past weekend against Young Africans in Mbombela, and this Saturday you take on TS Galaxy. Talk us through your thought process and why South Africa.
First of all, a warm welcome also from my side. It's a pleasure being in your show, and a big thank you to Tim, because he was one of the persons in charge who brought us to South Africa. He put a lot of effort in bringing a Bundesliga club to South Africa, what is amazing for us. And we were talking about the possibility going there. The conditions here in New White River is perfect at the hotel. The stadium in Mbombela is great, so we hope to have a good audience on Saturday, and for sure making some different experience as going to the Kruger National Park, for example, yesterday and the day before. These are special things for us to open our mind, also showing the players a little bit more than only a sporting side in preparation. And these were reasons why we went to South Africa, and I'm glad that we did it already now, because it is amazing what we can see here, and the open-minded people here in South Africa are really, really very, very lovely.
They are lovely, dude. We're a very nice bunch of people. Tim, let's talk again, because I want to talk about last year, your pre-season. You went to Europe for that. This time around, of course, staying in South Africa. Do you find that playing up against European teams has improved the quality of your team out at Galaxy?
Yeah, in fact, we became the first club in South Africa in the history of the country. We must be very clear on that, to hold a training camp in Europe, and I was pleased to see our sister clubs, Orlando Pirates and Sundowns last year, following after us. And then we would attest to the fact that their level also improved. And then we did it again in January this year during the African Nations Cup break. You know, we were again in Turkey and we played good European clubs. We came back, we pushed, you know, you could see. I think the performance on the pitch became pretty much obvious, you know, and largely it would be attributable to the experience that the players would have gained in playing against top European oppositions. So right now we thought, let's just do the converse, you know, bring a European club here at home. So FC Augsburg listened to our call and they answered. You know, they are here now, you know, again, in the history of our province, it's for the first time that we would have a German Bundesliga club in Mpumalanga. Even in the country, you know, those that came, they came for a day or so, they just played a game and left. FC Augsburg have arrived, they're here with conviction. They want to establish themselves, build a fan base, you know, and now the name FC Augsburg resonates in the country, which we are very happy about because this relationship has to reciprocate. We want them to grow within our market as well. But then from a footballing point of view, definitely playing them would, again, lift our level.
And we know that for you, Michael, since 2011, Augsburg has managed to stay in the Premier Division out in the Bundesliga. But let's talk about the game on Saturday when you go up against TS Galaxy. You've seen them play this past weekend against Babade Swallows. What are your expectations on the field of play? And do you think you're taking this trophy back to Germany?
Yeah, we want to, because to be honest, we didn't win that much trophies in Germany up to now. So this trophy is important for us.
It's been a dry season.
Nice to have. So I'm very, very surprised in a positive way about the high level of TS Galaxy that I saw, and as well of the young Africans. So I'm waiting for a very strong physical team of TS Galaxy that will try to make it as tough as possible for us. But this will be our third game in preparation and we're on a good way. So also, if it's not that good for a team, we want to have the second victory on Saturday.
Let's see whether you'll get that second victory on Saturday, because, Tim, you didn't get a victory this past Saturday. But let's look forward at this game against Augsburg. Your expectations on the field of play?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm expecting a different game, one that will be inspired by the support. You know, I'm calling upon people from all walks of life in the country to come and watch this match. It's going to be one of the games, you know, that we'll look back and we'll be proud of as South Africans. So the stadium will be packed this time around, and because people have become more aware of the game, tickets are available at CompuTicket. Now the price is 50% of what it was, because it's one game as opposed to last week when it was two matches. So it's 50 Rand a ticket. So I'm saying people should come and buy the tickets and come in their numbers, you know, to experience this. It's not so often that a child in the backyard of a Matsafeni or somewhere in Bombela or anywhere would watch a German Bundesliga club, you know, in their own backyard. So let's take advantage of this. Let's learn from it as South African football, because I think these kind of experiences will shape us and will make us a very good club, and it will take us to greater heights.
All right, thank you so much, Tim Sukazi, the chairman of TS Galaxy, as well as Michael Strőll, the CEO of FC Augsburg, joining us here to talk all things about the pre-season and how teams are looking forward to getting bigger and better in the upcoming season. And we'll see where TS Galaxy ends off in this season.